Oh shit. Kiros had to go through all that just to get a piece of pussy. That shit crazy, man. Anyway, Usopp finds out the hard way that trouble is a Logia, right? Because he was all about that base, no trouble. Man, I hate that fucking song, man, so much you guys don't even know. But anyway, he slices through him. He reemerges, like materializes himself, and then he's like, "Yo, I'm a Logia, and I'm getting ready to butt fuck you for real." And then Usopp's on the run. So you already know how that fight's gonna go. Usopp's gonna fight, but he's gonna be running the whole time. But think about it. He's fighting a fucking Logia without hockey. He's got to fucking run. Anyway, Soldier gets ready to kick some ass. Then we get a flashback. He's sitting there with a sword in his hand. He's like, "Yo, I think this sword is good enough. I think I could butt fuck a few people with this." And then we get his flashback of when he was 15, and this motherfucker was putting in work. He was knocking off soldiers at the time. Anyway, King Riku, he gets his melon busted wide open, trying to help Kiros, right? Then he reveals that this gang, right, killed his best friend Cornbread. King Riku knew that something must have been wrong and was trying to help him and got his melon smashed. Now, as that's going on, he's asking Kiros what happened. He said, "We heard you killed 2 people." And Kiros said, "Yeah, but I only did it because they killed Cornbread. They killed Cornbread. He was his best friend and one of his only friends. And they killed him. So that's why he killed them 2 people." So Kiros, understanding that, helped him out, tried to, see if he could teach him and rehabilitate him. Anyway, King Riku, he signs Kiros up at the shelter to battle. And Kiros was mad at first. But anyway, he's wrecking all of his opponents. But he doesn't know what Riku wants with him. Why? He's got him at the shelter. He's battling all these people, all these opponents. And he's like, "Wait, are you guys going to kill me or are you going to keep me locked up? What the fuck is going on now?" And, he said, "Go ahead and kill me then." He said, just take me. Take my life. No butter, no grease." And the dude's like, King Riku said, "No, you're too valuable to us. We're going to let you live a little while longer." Anyway, King Riku makes a deal with Kiros. He said if he could win a battle against Papa Doc, he'll get his freedom. Anyway, he goes on he got to face 99 opponents before he faces Papa Doc. He runs through them, and then Papa Doc choke, so he won his freedom. But people don't want him to be free because they consider him a murderer. They say, "You killed 2 people. You should be locked up forever. Keep him fighting until somebody kills his punk ass." And that's basically what happened. And he goes on to fight 1,000 people. God damn. He takes 1,000 victories, right? But it takes 1,000 victories and people finally accept him. And he's still jacked up about about them killing Cornbread and him having to kill Cheddar Bob for killing Cornbread. Like, it wasn't just Cornbread getting killed that tore him up. It was him having to kill Cheddar Bob that killed, that messed Kiros up in the head. He was waking up in cold sweats about the shit. And so they're developing Kiros, I guess. Anyway, Kiros' last and greatest opponent was Ricky, right? And Ricky goes down but manages to land 1 blow. And we find out the reason he managed to God damn, I can't talk for shit. The reason he managed to land 1 blow is because Kiros happened to notice that it was Ricky. He'd seen the bag of Skittles and some milk in his hand. He said, "That must be Ricky." So when he did that, he held back, and Ricky was able to manage to get 1 blow off of him before he went down. So they revealed that Ricky, God damn, I can't fucking talk. Not Ricky, Riku. Not Ricky or Riku. Kiros managed to win all 2,999 fights without getting hit once. That was like a fucking tongue twister for me. He managed to win 2,999 fights without being injured once or one single blow being landed on him. Not once, except for that last 3,000. And the only reason that happened because he got caught off guard because he found out that he was facing King Riku. King Riku also revealed that Kiros was the one who trained him, and that's how he got to the point he's at. And King Riku is actually pretty good. Anyway, Kiros meets Riku's daughter, right? This is after they make him, commander of the army or whatever, or of the army or whatever. He's like, man, you got 3,000 victory. We got to let you go. You got 3,000 W's. We got to let you go. And as strong as you are, you need to be protecting this island. So they have him do that, right? And he meets his daughter. But he has to save her and the world 5 times before he's good enough for her. King Riku's daughter, Scarlet, she's like, you're a fucking murderer. I don't give a fuck that you saved the world 4 times. That means shit to me. So he had to save the world 5 times for a piece of pussy. That shit crazy. Like, you see that all the time in movies. Like, look at fucking Naruto. Dude saved the world 10 times. What you call him? Sakura said, you ain't good enough for me. She said, you know who is good enough for me? Somebody who almost destroyed the world 3 times. Sasuke. You see that in the movies all the time. The guy gets the girl once he saves the whole fucking world. Ain't that crazy? That's how much it take? God damn. I'm glad I'm not in the fucking fake world. Anyway, Scarlet had to go as far as staging her own death so she could be a little hoe. Kiros saved her ass on this ship and saved the island or whatever on whatever occasions. And she said, you know what? This guy's finally good enough for me. But she can't be with a criminal. By law, criminals aren't allowed to marry, heirs. So in order for Scarlet to be with her, and because Scarlet wanted to be a little hoe, because she wanted to be with Kiros, she said, I want to fuck like apes and shit like that. So in order for me to do that, I got to stage my own death. They staged her own death so that she can be a little hoe. Anyway, King Riku, he was in on it because he said, you know what, Kiros, as much as you did and as good as a person you are that we know you are, I got to make an exception for you. I'm going to let my daughter be a little hoe. So he go ahead and help stage your death, whatever. And then they moved off to somewhere around the flower field, I think, in order so they could, be a family or whatever. Anyway, they settled down and started mating like fucking rabbits. And that's when they had Rebecca. So Kiros and Soldier is Rebecca's dad, as you know. But everything changed the day the Don Quixote family attacked. And then King Riku, Kiros had to go out there to protect them. Anyway, the only scar you see on Kiros is actually came from King Riku, and the scar that you see on King Riku came from Kiros. So they have battle wounds together. So basically, they're like battle brothers. Anyway, this episode was actually good. I loved the flashback. I think they did it very well, and they got most of it out the way in one episode. Most of the Kiros thing out in one episode. And like I said, it was entertaining. It's not really much to go over because it was just a good backstory, They did develop him. He's not just a one-dimensional character. He actually was, what am I saying? He actually has a reason to fight, He was fighting because they killed. What the fuck just happened? Did y'all see that flash? Anyway, he was fighting because the motherfucking Cheddar Bob killed Cornbread, his only friend. But what was strange to me is, where did he learn to fight? We found out where King Riku learned how to fight. Where did fucking Kiros learn how to fight? Where that come from? He was just a beast from the beginning. You understand? Like, I'm trying to figure that fucking thing out. But like I said, it really ain't much to go over. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. It was just a backstory. We just finding out more about this character. You understand? He's quirky. The girl Scarlet seemed like an asshole. Cause look, this is what she does. She cooks and she throws him a little bit of pussy from time to time, right? What does he have to do? Save the world on occasions. God damn. Just to be fed? God damn. That shit crazy. He used to basically do every fucking thing for me. I'll cook and clean every so often. I ain't housing no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Shit, you gonna be pulling your fucking weight. Anyway, let me go ahead and see the comments. Okay, do you think Don Sai will play a huge role in the future? This dude is talking about the manga. This is a spoiler. I don't think so. Like in the war for One Piece. I mean, when you say a big role, we talking about a big role. For him just to be in the war, I don't really consider that a big role. Will he play an ongoing role at some point in time? Maybe. But I don't really even think it matters. I just think you like that character. Oh shit, this is it's the episode. I thought it was the chapter review. Okay, yeah, that's the chapter review is already done, man. That's already been out a couple days ago. Or yeah, a couple days ago. But yeah, this, like I said, this chapter 4 out of 5, good backstory on Kiros, entertaining, kept me entertained for a while. We found out his backstory and how King Riku, interacted with him. I mean, it was just funny. I mean, it was fun. It was funny, and like the part when him picking up his kid with the glove and shit like that. That's basically all this chapter was. I mean, this episode was. So it's not really much to go over. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke, and you got the power to change that.